Hey fans, this is Ashley's Corner. I want to remind everybody to stop past Q&A Loving Sports right here on YouTube and sub to our new channel, but catch us on this channel right here on Ashley's Corner every Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central Time to hear me and Quee talk boxing um, every Saturday right here on YouTube. Live. Well, I just wanted to say about this whole situation that it's clear that out of all of these years that Terrence Crawford and his team, his family, the fans have some type of affinity over Errol Spence, some type of hate, some type of lust, jealousy, whatever you want to call it. It's something that's beyond boxing, and you can tell many people can see it. When Bernie goes on a lot of people live and just say F Errol Spence, F him and stuff like that, and the things that Bud has said, the things that Bomac said, his sister, his corner, all of the things, it seems like a lot of hate that's going around, and I just wanted to say, this isn't a regular fight no more. All of the talk about this fight until recently when he was named the fight guys, and now that that fight is official and it has a date, this isn't a unification fight anymore. This isn't they just fighting because both of them have a title. This is an undisputed fight in the four belt era at welterweight. This is big business. For you to hate somebody, this is the hurt game. These two people ain't librarians. They're not accountants. They don't have a desk job. Their job is to fight, is to hurt people. They don't, I'm more than sure people like this, you know, they rather fight than have an argument. That's how I am. I'd rather use my hands than to sit and go back and forth and try to dig in somebody's feelings. Like, that just it doesn't seem like that's what a fighter should be, I'm not saying you should be a mean person, but if somebody got a problem with you, you should automatically want to just fight them, since you're a fighter, especially since you have all of that animosity in this particular situation with Errol Spence. So I just can't, for the life of me, I can't sit and just take the fact that Bud never called him out officially moving to the weight class. And it took Bud to say Earl's name without anybody else saying it first in front of cameras, and not on social media. I'm talking about in front of cameras. It took years. It took like 2 years for him to actually say his name. So looking at that whole situation and his team, Bernie and Bomac keep continuously acting like Bud never said that the fight was behind him and the fight wasn't going to happen. And Bud to continuously say that he doesn't want the fight and the fight's behind him and he doesn't need him, he's going to the Hall of Fame, and all of that stuff without Earl, all of that stuff being said, I can't sit and believe for 1 second that he ever wanted to fight Errol Spence. I can't believe it for 1 second. When you look at, and I'm sorry I have to bring him up again, but when you look at Tank, he was willing to take B-side bread just to beat up Ryan Garcia, just because he said all of that stuff. He wanted to put hands on him. It didn't even matter about the money. It didn't matter about the ego. All he wanted to do was touch him. It just kind of, and all of the stuff that Ryan Garcia did as far as making skits and clips and little videos and all the stuff he said and tweeted about Tank, like, it's understandable. Just like it's understandable that Devin Haney would wanna put his hands on Rolly, and he does, and Rolly just didn't want that fight. Just like Ryan didn't want to fight Tank. Like, those are when the line gets crossed and you get that type of anger up on you, you want to fight. Y'all are fighters. That's what y'all do anyway. It's not like you're gonna fight them for free. You're gonna get millions of dollars. Probably your highest purse. When we sit and think about this whole situation, I know it sounds like a broken record, but it feels fresh because this fight it's already made. Whoever wins versus Errol Spence and Ugas will have 3 belts. I don't see any reason why Bud would not take that fight. I don't see one reason. If you don't like this man, if you have so much disdain for him, and it seems like your family and your team wants you to fight him because they keep talking about Errol Spence as if you never said you didn't want to fight him. I can never sit and think that he wanted to fight Errol Spence at any time if he doesn't fight Errol Spence after he fights Ugas. Because I think and I believe he's going to win and beat Ugas. I can't see, and either that or he doesn't have the confidence that he would win the fight. I don't see any other way around the situation of him not taking the legacy, the money, the undisputed, regardless of, and Bud doesn't strike me as that type of individual that would do the bare minimum to be in the Hall of Fame. But if he is, that doesn't say anything good about his character or about him being a boxer. All you need to do is fight one fight. Just like people say about Floyd, all he had to do was fight one fight, he would have had undisputed. People got mad at Canelo because he moved up without fighting one person to be undisputed some elsewhere, but he got it eventually. Since Bud already got undisputed, he don't want to do anything else, spectacular with his career. In my opinion, I don't care who it is in boxing. If that person only gets a WBO belt, that's nothing in my opinion. Getting one belt at one weight class is nothing. Lucky for him, he got undisputed at 140. But just like I said, he will do nothing good in his career besides what he already did at 140 pounds and getting a welterweight title off of Jeff Horn. I just wanted to get something to say that officially again. Earl, in my opinion, will have 3 belts if Bud doesn't take that fight. If Bud doesn't try to go after Earl, then it really feels like Bud is holding up the division as well. And I say that because you have one last key component, but you locked it away for nobody to get it. I think that's not right. But like I said a while ago, if Bud doesn't fight him after he takes his 3rd strap and Errol Spence move up, if Bud retires, man, I think everybody who went against this fight, or I think all the Bud fans that don't like Errol Spence need to make an apology video. All right, on a serious note, I think your credibility should be taken, and nobody should even listen to you anymore if you don't have anything to say about Bud doing what he did. Just think about it. They've been doing all of this dissing for years. Wouldn't the major diss that Bud and his whole team to do to Errol Spence is to send his ass to 154 with no title? You gotta make that fight. You gotta make us a believer, because I damn sure don't believe you. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. If EJ get this 3rd title and call out Spence and he still immediately says that I've been told you the fight was behind me, and Earl moves up, if Bud immediately retires, what's your thoughts? Leave it in the comment section. Peace.